Welcome back to my series of me starting my own myofunctional therapy business. Today I'm going to be showing you how I'm putting together kits to send out to my patients. What have I been doing since last time I talked to you? So I did decide to try out Simple Practice, even though I was like, I'm going to save money and I'm not going to sign up for it. I just didn't love the e-charm, whatever that's called, like that free platform. I didn't love it. It was just kind of like, I don't know, I didn't vibe with it. So I did sign up for a 30-day free trial just to see how it is. And then I think I can also sign up for like $15 a month after that if I only have a certain amount of patients, especially when you're first starting out your own business. So that's nice that they do that. I just like the features better on Simple Practice. If you guys want me to make a video about that, I will definitely tell you about it. I basically built in some medical histories in there at this point, a sleep questionnaire for the patients that I can just send them a message and they can fill it out. And then I'm still trying to figure out how to have the patient upload pictures up on there. Still trying to figure out how I'm doing those first patients when I do a consult versus full therapy, 10 to 15 sessions, etc. I'm still getting that together and still kind of trying to figure out pricing and all of that. What else? I've been trying to post at least 5 times on my Rising Myo Instagram just because I just started that account, so it's very new. I know it will take a little bit of time, a little bit of momentum to get that account going. So at this point, I am basically posting on Instagram, and then it does get shared to my Facebook page for Rising Myo, which I probably need to go in there and start doing a couple more educational posts. So I've been working from home now since mid-January, and it's been really nice. I guess the one thing that is kind of different is sometimes I have time in between patients, and then sometimes I just chill and relax, and sometimes I just like business work, right? I do other things on the side. All for my business, as well as me taking care of my tooth pillow patients as well. So it's been one of those things, sometimes I'm like, where's my motivation? It's almost like when you have, right, boss breathing over your shoulder, you feel like, I don't know, you're more likely to do those things, but then when you're like home by yourself, I guess when you're home doing it, you have to be like your own little person telling you, make sure you do your work. Sometimes, right now, I did not want to sit down and film this. I had no energy for it. And I was just like, oh. So I went to ChatGPT, and I love ChatGPT. So I went to ChatGPT, and I have a mentor on ChatGPT. And I basically typed it in there, this is what I have to do today. I brain dumped all the things that's on my head and my mind. And it basically told me what I need to do today to get the needle moving on my business and so forth. And then I told ChatGPT, hey, I have no motivation. And ChatGPT was like, oh, well, just sit down, film, raw, cut, don't think about it, just talk. And don't make it a big deal. Because I think that's what happens, right? When we're doing something, we start thinking way too much about it. And then we get overwhelmed. And then for me, I started thinking like, no one cares, Trish. Why are you sitting down to record these? But at the end of the day, I am doing this series for my own accountability as well. And if I can help just one hygienist, why the hell not, right? So the other thing that just happened is I did get certified. My Myofunctional certificate right here. Boom. I want to frame this and put it behind me somewhere here along with my license, my hygiene license, and all that stuff. My Myofunctional certificate and all that stuff is back there. So I did that. That was about a 6-hour course that I took on being Myofunctional certified, and that's going to help me so much when helping patients. Just give them something to work on at home. I went over the Myofunctional last time. It's this little guy. You basically put it in your mouth and you munch on it. It promotes jaw growth, and it's got all these little prongs on inside that basically stimulate the gums, so it's almost like a rubber tip all over your mouth. It cleans your teeth, as well as keeps your tongue at the top of your mouth, which is super important, right? So anyone can use that, from little baby, 6 months, to adults, to the older population, all the above. Something else that I've done is I have recorded all videos of me doing myofunctional exercises so I can send them out to the patients so that they can just watch them. I'm working also on building an app so that if patients don't want to have a virtual one-on-one with me, they can have a program that can just walk through the basic lingual skills and help them with swallowing, help them with chewing their food properly, just like a basic myofunctional therapy that can cover everything and is not super custom, I guess, just for those patients who aren't able to pay for the whole myofunctional therapy program. So that always helps. At this point in this video, I'm going to show you all the kits that I'm making and what I've purchased to put them together. And then I think next week I'll go over more of the systems I'm putting in place to set up to find new patients and putting myself out there, as well as what I'm doing to market myself as a new myofunctional therapist. Oh, hey guys. Okay, welcome back. So this is just me here showing you all the things that I got to make my kits. So I got popsicle sticks. Okay, these are great to scrape the sides of the tongue, activate the tongue. I have some balloons for breathing exercises. I got bamboo toothbrushes because we do use a toothbrush to stimulate the tongue. I figured I would just throw in a toothbrush in there for the patients. I ended up buying a bunch of the rulers to measure the tongue, so I can send those out to my patients, and they came into these sheets like this. I think I got 100 of them, and it was like $30 with shipping. So that should last me a long time, you know what I mean? What else? I got cute little buttons to make button pulls to work your lip muscle. What's this? Oh, these are the bite blocks that we use, and you can also measure how big you can open your mouth with these if you don't have a ruler, which is kind of cool for your patients. So it looks like that. I want to say I paid $50 for 100 of these. So kind of like, I think I ended up paying like $250 for all the stuff, which I'll have for a while, so it's kind of nice. I bought these little packets to put my kits to send to the patients, although I think I should have gotten a bigger one because I feel like what I'm trying to put in here is not going to fit, so I might return this and get a bigger bubble wrapper to send out to my patients. I got stickers to put in the kit as well because I want the patients to have stickers. I'm also making like these little sheets so that the kids can put little stars when they wear their Myomunchie or when they do their exercises and so forth, just for accountability. What else? We got these little fun guys here. These are like when you make a bowl with your tongue, like you can press down. So those are nice for that. I think they're like fancy cheese sticks. I got a bunch of these little bags, which I was trying to like get a bag so the patients could put all their stuff in it. And I kind of like the idea of a clear bag because every time like I see patients, like they're always like looking for all their myofunctional therapy stuff and they can never find anything. So I figured like a clear bag would be nice so that you could just be like, oh, it's right there, and then just grab it, you know. What else? I got a bunch of like fun straws for the kids to do different exercises with that. Pipe blowers. I also got gum. So we use gum to smush your tongue to the top of your mouth. So I got gum for the kids. Nasal spray. I got a bunch of nasal sprays to give to the patients to clean their nose. What else? I got like little bottles, little spray bottles, so that instead of like taking a sip for swallowing like exercises, you can just spray water under your tongue and just swallow with your tongue. What else? What's this? I have wine corks to work the lip muscles. So I got a bunch of corks. And then I'm going to show you how I put it all together in this little bag here. I just got lollipops. So I do like using lollipops to stimulate the tongue, to help the tongue do its thing, to wake it up. So I'm putting like xylitol lollipops in the kits as well for the kids. Myofunctional tape. This is actually kinesiology tape, so it's like a workout tape, but it's way cheaper than myofunctional tape. So I do love this. I would recommend if you ever wanted to use myo tape or any kind of tape around your mouth, I would recommend for you to try it during the day first for like an hour, see if you're able to handle it, breathing through your nose, and then doing it at night. Because if you're trying to breathe more through your nose and you've been breathing through your mouth all night long, it could be really bad if you just put this on your mouth because you're not used to it. Your lungs are not used to the nitric oxide exchange, and it can just be kind of not good. It could be, who knows what else is going on there. Maybe your tonsils could be enlarged. You could have a small canal of airway in the back. Like, there's just so many things that could be going on. You kind of want to get all that stuff ruled out first before you decide to go ahead and like tape up your mouth at night. Proceed with caution. I also got wax bites. Oh my god, I never thought I'd see these again. I'm just gonna leave them in there. Wax bites, so when I send this to the patient, they can do a bite, and then they can use their ruler and measure their bite. The ROM ruler, ROM ruler, range of motion ruler. So they can measure how big their arch is, so we can see how narrow they are or not narrow, if they need expansion, and so forth. I also got some string to make button pulls, and one other exercise that you basically just like pull up the button to your lips. I also got a bunch of drinking straws for a couple of the other exercises. These are like just a bunch of straws. They're all different, like pastel colors in there. See? All right, cool. I got cheek retractors so patients can take pictures. We all know what those are, right? Oh, here they are. So, these guys, so the patients can just put them in their mouth, right? I think that was it. Yeah. Okay, let me show you what I did here for the patient kits I'm sending out. I love how I'm wearing a Shakeology shirt. I haven't worn this shirt in forever. Believe it or not, when I was like 2 years into dental hygiene, I was like, I'm gonna quit, I'm done with this shit. So I decided to become a Beachbody coach. That was awful. I mean, whatever, I learned social media stuff with that, but yeah. I used to be a Beachbody coach, whatever that means. I know what that means. Okay, so what do I have in here? I have balloons. I have, see how you can see everything through it, so it's nice. I have a cork, one of those little ball sticks in there. So basically I just put everything I just showed you in here, the little water bottle. And then I also made these myself. So it's a button with string. So these are button pulls. So you place them in front of your teeth, close your lips around it, and you pull. You play like tug of war with your lips. And then I made this other one, which is, we call it a disc hold lift. I couldn't find the right button for it, so I added 2 buttons for weight. And basically what you do with this string is you hold it tongue tip to spot, and then you basically eat this string like a spaghetti all the way at the top. So that works your lip muscles. What else is in here? Oh, I also got chopsticks because we do a couple of exercises with your tongue with the chopsticks. So I did that. There's a cheek retractor in here, bite block. What else? Gum. And I think that's it. And then also, like, because I couldn't fit it in here, I added it in the bag, like the big straw. This doesn't fit in here, so that's why I need to get a bigger bubble wrap, the toothbrush, the other straw, and I still need to put in like the wax bite in there, as well as some myotape. I think I'm just gonna give patients some like samples. Oh, also I need orthoelastics, so I do have those on the side that I'm gonna place in like a tiny little bag. And then obviously their range of motion ruler. So yeah, what else can I show you? Why don't you come with me and I'll show you my setup. Kind of messy right now though. So this is where I do all my myofunctional therapy. So I have basically my microphone there. I have this light, super important because when you're doing myofunctional therapy, you want them to see inside your mouth. See how dark I am right now? But if I'm in front of my mirror, you can see my mouth, right? So that's super important. What else? And then I have all my myofunctional therapy stuff over here. I just organize into these little guys here because I feel like that's just more fun and much better to stay organized. And yeah, my desk is a little bit of a mess right now, but I'm starting my day very soon. I have a couple patients today, and then I'm gonna do some rising myo business stuff today, just kind of get organized for the week. So I will see you guys next time. I hope this video helped. If you're interested in following my journey, please subscribe, like this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.